everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Before we get into our regularly scheduled paycheck video, I wanted to talk to you guys about budgeting. So here's the truth about budgeting. The first thing is that it takes time to get it right. The first time, you're not gonna get it right. The second time, you're not gonna get it right. It takes adjusting, and just know that sometimes things don't work out, and that is okay. But you have to adjust and reevaluate your budget so that it can be realistic to you and to your household. That is the point of budgeting. You need to form it so that it works best for you. So my budget and our budget here in our house is not gonna work for you guys, right? We just want to lay out our formula or the way that we break down our budget so that you can see that it does work. Budgeting does work, but it won't be right and perfect the first time that you make out your budget. But the key is that you are making progress. That's really the point of this, right? And I just had to sit down face to face to you guys and share this because I get a lot of messages saying, well, I did a budget, but we overspent in eating out, or we overspent in our grocery budget, or we just overspent altogether. The point that I want to make to you who may be struggling with that or are feeling discouraged, just know that by you realizing that is progress, so that you can work it out better for the following month and plan better so that won't happen again. And just know, don't beat yourself up. It's gonna be okay. You are making progress, and that is the best thing that you could be doing right now. So now that I got that out of the way, I got that off of my chest, let me show you on my desktop here what I have laid out for this week's budget. All right, so this is what my paycheck budget looks like. I did fill in all of the bills that I know are gonna be paid from this paycheck. And the reason why I know that is because I'm using my bill tracker here. So we're looking at the 5th payday, and I literally just go down this column right here and I'll write in what the totals are from this particular paycheck. Let's just get into filling in the rest of these. But before I do, I've gotten a ton of comments asking me what pens I use. And these aren't technically pens. They are those for adult coloring books. And I use 2 different ones. So let me show you all. This is one of them. I hope you guys can see it, but it's just called Scribble Stuff. And I did see something on Amazon. I'll make sure to link it in the description box. But they come in a big old pack of different colors. So if you guys want to decorate your planner, you can use these. And then I also use this one right here. This one doesn't really have the wording, but I have this one here. And I don't know if I can find this one, but it's just called SIPA. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is what it looks like. And obviously it's in another language, so I don't know what this says, but that is it. I don't have the packaging anymore, so I really don't know the actual name of that. But those are the pens that I use in my videos and what I use in this paycheck budget. We are gonna go ahead and fill in the rest of this paycheck budget. So starting with the beginning balance, I did have $97.92 that I did not use for any of my variable expenses. And then the next thing is the paycheck. So the paycheck amount was $1,027.92. So now we're gonna go ahead and add up these 2 numbers together. So $1,125.84 is the total income amount. So now we're gonna figure out what 80% of that number is so that we can break it down into all of the rest of our expenses, what we're spending out. So we're gonna leave that number, $1,125.84, and we're just gonna multiply it by 0.8. So I live off of 80% of what our total income is. That's what we do. Now, if it's a higher amount for our income, then we'll try to work our way down to 70%. It all depends on the paycheck, because mine tends to vary. So the amount is $967. The first 10% to complete the 100% is for tithe, but the tithe does not come from this total income amount. My tithe comes from the paycheck amount. So it's $1027.92, and we're gonna multiply it by 0.1 to give us the 10%. So the number is 102.792. So I like to just round it up to make it easier for me to $103. And this is gonna be left at 0, so 103. And now this other remaining 10% is pretty much the difference. I know I say it's 10%, but it's as close to 10% of this number right here, the total income, as possible. So let's see where we stand. So we have the 1125.84. So we're taking the total income and we're gonna subtract the 80% number that we came up with, which is $967. And then we're gonna subtract the tithe, so the 103. So that leaves us with $122.17 that will go towards this 10% amount. So if you follow me, give this a like, let me know if you've tried this before in the comments. So I'm gonna set that aside. So we're gonna keep this little Post-it now. I have the smaller one, so we can use that kind of as our key for the remaining part of the paycheck budget. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in as I fill in the expense part using my bill tracker. All right, so we're done with the bill tracker part, but now we have to fill in the gas. And what's been working great for us is this $140 that we've been setting aside for the gas. And that just kind of gives us that cushion that I had mentioned in a past video. I'm just gonna put it all towards gas because we use our debit card for filling our gas tank. So $140 is for the both of us. And then SunPass, I did have a toll by plate that came in the mail that was like a couple dollars. So I'm just including all of that in SunPass, and it was like $1.55 that was the bill. So I have to load the SunPass with $10. So $11.55 is the total for that. Now let's add up what all of these expenses are. $751.45. Let me just go ahead and double check that. All right, $751.45. So we're gonna take our total income, $1125.84, and subtract the tithe, and then subtract the total expenses right here. So that leaves us with $271.39 to budget for. Now, as you know, I am a zero-based budgeter and I'm a cash budgeter. So this means that we have to make sure to give every single one of our dollars a job. The moment that you don't do this is a moment that you will not set yourself up for success and where you'll end up spending a lot more money than you would have wanted to. So that's why this right here, it works so great with the cash method. So let's see where we're at with this 80%. How much money do we have remaining? That's a question that you'll ask yourself at this point in the budget. $967, and we're gonna subtract this number here for the total expenses. So it's $751.45. So we have a $149.22 left to budget for. But I know automatically from my budget that $75 goes towards groceries. Right off the bat, $75 goes to groceries because we break it down every week for how we do our grocery spending. And then we are putting $22 each paycheck for Christmas. So I already know that that's accounted for. So we have $52.22 remaining. And we're gonna put $10 for home. We have to get our dogs food, and I know typically it's about $14, $15. And then we have to get some like toiletry items for the home. And we're just gonna put $25 for our vacation that's coming up. And it's pretty much a staycation, but we have family coming in town for a week and we want to have like spending money. So that's what this envelope is for. So we are below the 80% mark by $2.22, which is fine. That $2.22 is going to go towards debt or savings or whatever we decide to do with it in this part of the budget. So now we're gonna figure out how much cash we need. Now, as many of you know who have been following me, you know that I used to always take out the cash for my tithe. I have recently decided to change that up where my church gives online, and I just think that I'd rather have that taken the same day that I get paid. So the same day that our paycheck goes into our account, that is the same day that we are gonna calculate what our tithe is and give it right away. So now we've incorporated not withdrawing the cash for the tithe. That's something that gets electronically withdrawn from our account. We don't even see it, and it goes straight to our church. So we are not withdrawing the tithe like I normally do. It's only gonna be in this area. So let's see how much cash we need. So 75, 50, 75, 20, 1 and 2, a $10 bill, 15, a $10 bill, and then 25. So 150, 3 20s, 3 10s, 3 5s, and 2 1s, which gives us a total cash. Let me add up this part. $157 in cash. So 271.39 minus 157. That leaves us with a remaining balance of $114.39. Now, as many of you know, we have been splitting up the remaining amount into our savings and also debt. And after reaching our goal of the starter emergency fund, for me, I just want to keep piling up money because we know of certain events that is going to be coming up in the near future. And so we are just going to divide this up by 2, and we're going to say, let's just put $50 in savings. I put it in emergency, but it is to our savings account, and the rest is going to go to our credit card because that is the only other debt besides our mortgage that we have. So let's see what that leaves us with. All right, $64.39 is going to be paid to our extra debt, leaving us with a zero-based budget. So this is what we do when we do our budgeting. And now let's get to stuffing our cash envelopes. So before I get to grabbing the cash envelopes and working in this paycheck budget, I have one more thing that I would like to share with you guys. So the next thing that I wanted to tell you is that budgeting can be difficult. With any routine that you have to change, it takes time. And you may end up falling back into that same old routine that you've been doing forever. But if you want change, specifically in your finances, you have to do something different, right? If you want to change the way that you spend money, well, you need to change the way that you spend money. You need to change the way that you plan out how you're going to spend that money. Yes, that was like mic drop moment. Okay. So with anything, you hear the saying that it takes 21 days to make a habit. So I challenge you to be consistent with your budget. And a way that you can do that is getting my free resource. It's a budget resource. It has like a little template or a guide, so that you can find out how you can manage your finances realistically. That's the point of this all, for you to achieve financial success, financial freedom. So let's get back into my paycheck budget so that we can see where we ended up with our cash budget. All right, so we have our $150 bill, 1, 2, 3 20s, 1, 2, 3 10s, 1, 2, 3 5s, and 1, 2 singles. So all of our cash is ready. Let's get to stuffing the envelopes that is needed. So I have my wallet right here, and then the rest of my cash envelopes that I use right here. Starting with grocery, we are putting $75 in this. Put today's date, and we're just gonna say added 75, so we have $75. Oh my goodness, look at me. Look at that, plus 75. I went to Walmart the other day. Hold on 1 second, pause. All right, I fixed that because I forgot to update my little budget sheet here. Oops. So there's $10 still remaining in here from last week. And now we're gonna go ahead and stuff it for this week. 75. All right, and then Christmas is in another pouch, but let me just focus on everything that's in here. Home is getting 10. It's been a while since I stuffed this envelope, but that's okay. You do whatever works for your family. So that is getting 10. And then pet is getting 15. So 3, 5. All right. Toiletries is getting 10. All right, so that is it for my wallet. Let me grab the other envelopes that we're stuffing. Okay, so Christmas is getting 22. So there should be $222 in this envelopes. 1, 2, 21 and 2. Okay. All right, working towards my goal of saving $1,000 by November. And then the last envelope is vacation. And that is getting $25. So there should be 200 in here. So that's 50, 70, 90, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 200. All right. This is looking pretty good. On track, taking little steps, but they are realistic steps for my husband and I, and that is truly what you want when you are creating your budget. All right, so that is everything for my paycheck budget video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys.